And happening now, the push to restore power problems at HISD schools. Houstonians also helping Houstonians, and the race to recover from deadly and destructive storms continues. And tonight, HISD Superintendent Mike Miles says more schools will be open tomorrow. More than 200 opening today, but 3 closed earlier because of air conditioning problems and a gas leak.
Meanwhile, more than 190,000 CenterPoint customers remain without power. The company says it's been faced with significant issues in some of the hardest hit neighborhoods.
Of course, we have team coverage beginning with Sherman Chow in hard hit Spring Branch, where a lot of folks still don't have electricity. Sherman.
No, they do not, and it is a mess. And even in this hard-hit neighborhood, this home stands out. Take a look behind me. This is the debris field of one home. It is literally taller than I am. I stand 5 feet 5 inches tall, and it spans the entire length of their driveway. These are the carcasses, the remains of 5 trees that used to be in this yard in the front and the back. Now, I'll tell you, the family is actually staying just across the street thanks to some kind neighbors who have a generator, even though they do have an RV right here. They don't want to stay in this, in part because they have a 5-month-old baby, so this RV is being used for something else.
Running cords and stuff to keep the freezer and fridge on. So hopefully we get power restored, but the trees actually fell on our power lines too. So even if they turn on the power today, they're gonna have to come out and hook us up.
Yeah, so power is a long ways off for the Foley family, and they also tell us they were literally maybe 30 seconds away from getting into the garage to take off during the storm. Take a look. That is when a huge tree fell on top, crushing the garage. And if you look inside, not just one vehicle, this blue car, but also a second one, a little harder to see. It's a red pickup, both of them badly damaged. And as we pan up, we were talking to you earlier about those tree trimmers that have been working. Well, they are still hard at work. There's a reason they call them tree surgeons. It's a delicate operation. They're removing those limbs first before they go ahead and tackle that big pine tree stem in the middle there. A very delicate process, dangerous work, hard work. As another tree trimming outfit said to me, you know, right now it is Christmas for tree trimmers, and that's certainly one way to look at it, guys.
Yeah, that's a positive way. I'm not so sure if the homeowners would feel that way, but they're dealing. Sherman, thank you.
Yep.
Right now, we're learning that 4 school districts, 1, 2, 3, make it 5. 5 school districts will be closed again tomorrow. Spring Branch ISD says only a third of its 49 campuses are still without power, as well as power to a large number of its students and staff. Cy-Fair ISD will also be closed with the electricity still out at several campuses. Galena Park and Janoview ISD also closed tomorrow. So that's 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Thank you, Mia. Plus, HISD has several campuses that will be open.
All right, take a look at this video just in from Houston City Council member Abby Kamen. It's an HISD school bus trying to navigate a road with lots of downed trees today. We're told it's in the Timber Grove area. HISD had 214 campuses open today. We are still waiting to find out how many more will be open tomorrow.
Yeah, Superintendent Mike Miles says he views today as a success despite having students at 3 campuses having to go home early. Jason Miles explains.
Superintendent Mike Miles spoke with us just within the last hour or so here at Booker T. Washington High School. He said more than 200 schools opened this morning, including this one, with no major issues.
I recognize that some kids will call home and say, you know, I'm too warm, or it's hot, whereas another kid sitting next to them is not too hot. So we're going to look at that closely.
HISD got a lot of pushback today after air conditioning problems and other issues did arise on multiple campuses. Outside of the more than 50 schools the district decided to close over the weekend. Heights High School was among those forced to dismiss early late this morning. Other schools use fans and portable cooling units to try and keep students and staff comfortable. Some parents even bringing snow cones to one campus. Miles says schools most impacted by outages and other issues are the only ones that should close, especially since many students may not have power at their homes.
Thank you, Jason. And power has been restored to 2 independent living facilities where hundreds of vulnerable residents spent days suffering in the heat. Over the weekend, we were the first to tell you about the problems at Houston Heights Tower and the Independence Hall apartment complex. This evening, we're learning of similar issues at other facilities. Jalissa Garza is live in East Houston at a senior apartment complex where residents are also waiting for the power to come back on. Jalissa.
Yeah, Mia, that's right. Actually, a viewer emailed us today sharing their concerns for the folks here at the Cypress Gardens Senior Apartment Complex. They told us that they were extremely concerned for them. They've been without power since Thursday, and today they got some much needed help. A generator was brought here today to help provide some relief for the residents, help them charge their phones, or even plug in any essential medical equipment that they may need. We're told some of the folks here have been able to leave and stay with family, but as of earlier today, just under 100 people are still here bracing the heat, but they're helping each other out as best they can.
My sister there, she been bringing me ice and water and stuff, and I've been helping out other people too. You know, we share stuff.
The elevators have also been out, making it difficult for some residents who have a wheelchair or a cane. Water was brought along with ice, and residents say that they're thankful, but they're really just hoping that their power will return soon. And the Houston Fire Department was here earlier today checking in on the residents. That's something they've been doing throughout the weekend into today, going to different facilities and apartment complexes that are home to senior citizens. And just want to remind people to make sure you're looking out for the most vulnerable in our community and reaching out if anyone needs help. Live in Northeast Houston, Jalissa Garza, KHOU 11 News.
Yes, we know there are plenty of seniors also in their own homes and apartments as well. Neighbor helping neighbor right now, very much needed. Jalissa, thank you.
And as Jalissa pointed out, heat and humidity making life miserable for folks, especially the vulnerable without power. Temperatures in the low 90s.
But it's the humidity that makes it feel so much hotter, Dave.
Yeah, temps feels like temperature with that humidity so high. It makes it feel like it's been in the mid to upper 90s today. These are current air temperatures. It's 87 at Bush, Tomball's 88, Sugar Land's 87, Hobby's at 87. Official high temperature at Bush was 90 today, which is 2 degrees above normal, but we do get temperatures like this time of the year. We're not too far away from what we normally get here at the second half of May. When you add in the humidity, it feels like it's 93 right now at Bush, feels like 95 at Hobby, Sugar Land feels like 95, Wharton feels like 97. This evening is going to be warm and humid. We won't cool off much at all tonight. Still 80 by 9 o'clock, still 77 by 11 o'clock, and that humidity will make it feel closer to 90 than 77. Now, this is the beginning of a pretty long stretch of hot days with temps near 90 or so. We'll look at that. But there are at least slight rain chances, maybe a thunderstorm chance in the extended forecast. We'll go over that forecast in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we need that to be a few days removed so people can take care of their places, of their homes and those rooftops for sure. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, David. KHOU is asking you to help us stand for Houston by donating to the Red Cross. The agency is helping folks recover not only from the windstorm, but remember the floods from 2 weeks ago? Those folks still need help. If you'd like to make a donation, just point your phone's camera to the QR code on your screen. And we thank you very much in advance for your help.